Hey, welcome back to Stories with Dave and chapter 4 of Hokey Pokey. It's kind of a dreary day. I'm going to go with the natural lighting. Um, and again, thanks for your time. Thanks for coming in. And if you're keeping up with this book, I appreciate it. I'm going to try to improve the reading as I go, as opposed to redoing takes. That drives me crazy. So when I make a mistake, please forgive me in advance. I'm just rolling right through it. But I'm going to try to do better and better and keep it interesting and keep it funny. I mean, my goal here with this book and this entire project was to, help people have a laugh. I don't think we have enough of that. At any rate, I'm going to do a whole video on whys and wherefores. But for the time being, we're at chapter 4, The Dicks of Hazzard. And they're on their way up into Overton County, and the rumor mill is spinning in Cokeville about what's going on with these trucks full of merchandise headed up Highway 111. As it happened, old Slump Bryant had the last word, or to be more precise, the penultimate edit of the day's big news about Spencer Eminette and his crew. What began on Maddox Avenue as a simple drug haul had morphed somehow into an elaborate sting orchestrated by the TBI in cooperation with elements of the regional FBI office down from Las Vegas. And it spiraled into a rolling gunfight through the center of town. It was now a completely different story, a narrative lifted steaming from the consciousness of the new internet-enabled armchair eschatologists, among whom old Slump was widely recognized as no less than a genius, if not something of a scholar come idiot savant, and one known for his exacting research and strict fact-finding protocols. Spencer Eminette had been observed by a number of reliable parties in the company of any number of humorless-looking government goon types, both in Cokeville proper and in the surrounding countryside. Where it had it, he was consulting them on possible locations for the internment re-education facilities the federal government planned to build just in time for the president to declare martial law in advance of the Great Tribulation. True story. Are you serious? His cousin Clovis had asked, peering out of the living room window from between drawn curtains. Clovis lived way up in Crab Orchard, but he could feel the disturbance in the force that had been caused by the presence of federal agents. He expected them to leap out from his front bushes at any moment. Serious as a heart attack, Slump said, half whispered. They got a whole plot out there graveled in already, just waiting for the slab to get poured. Right there off 111. Mark Snow said he passed him on his way out to Dale Holler trout fishing. Said they wasn't even trying to be secret about it or nothing. Said they was wide the hell open. Well, daggone, Clovis said. The camps were common knowledge on the plateau. Slump had seen one of the detention centers with his very own eyes, down in Grundy County, where they converted an old Piggly Wiggly into a mandatory drive-in theater, just like the one they had in the tearjerker scene in Red Dawn. It looked just like a drive-in, too, except all those rolls of concertina wire stacked up around the perimeter, the black chopper that sometimes appeared there late at night, and the guards in plain clothes and sunglasses clutching military-issue weapons. Guards who spoke some language other than English. Slump hadn't seen quite all of that or heard it, but he had it on good authority. It was finally Sham Chenault who set old Slump straight, effectively killing that particular interpretation of the ballad of the tragic demise of Spencer Eminette. Well, hell, Slump, he said. Yins ought to tell whoever it was told you that to lay off the corn liquor. I was just with old Spence, right down there where you was talking about on 111. There weren't nothing down there having nothing to do with no re-education camps or TBI neither. Tell you what, them boys was moving dildos. Yes, sirree. 3 vans worth of them. I reckon Spencer Eminette's done bought him every damn dildo in God's green garden. He's going to sell them, too, out of one of them little bitty Quonset hut-looking things they got set up out there. What? That's right. I reckon they's supposed to be a whole shopping center there at some point, if anybody's got the gumption to have a dildo store for a neighbor. Well, daggum. I was wondering what all them huts was out there. Not a damn bit of good will come out of this, I reckon. No, said Sam, and paused as if pondering some fundamental but curiously capricious universal law. No, I reckon it won't. Thanks again for joining me. That was chapter 4. Next time, sooner than later, chapter 5, a socially frictionless soft opening. We'll see you then. Thanks.